Another aspect of reading the biblical historical books is to understand that in ancient times, a number of other societies and states around ancient Israel were also writing their history, were also writing accounts of the past. It's a pretty common thing to do for a state or a society to say, we have a past, it's important, we want to remember it. And ancient Israel shared some of the ways of writing history with the other societies of the time. So one of the things this book does, reading the historical books, is to look at how the ways the ancient writers of biblical history shaped their account of the past is similar to some of the ways that other societies of the time were also shaping their accounts of the past. So I'll take a look at something, say a way of shaping a particular story or shaping a reign of a king, the things that that king did. And we're going to look in the third and fourth chapters of this book at some of the ways that stories about the kings of Egypt or the kings of Assyria were also told by the scribes in their states and in their empires. Now, this is not to say that biblical history is exactly the same as those histories, because of course biblical history is shaped to talk about God and how the people of Israel understood their God and how they understood that God was interacting with kings and states and that kind of stuff. But there were conventions, there were ways of writing accounts of the past that are common to the biblical history writing and to other accounts. And by listening, by learning how ancient scribes from a number of different societies wrote their accounts of the past, then we have a deeper appreciation of how the biblical historical writers were shaping their accounts of the past, so that you can place the biblical text more in its ancient context to understand how it is that it writes its history.